Welcome everybody to the channel. I'm Wild Willie and this is Wild Willie Gaming. Today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite mods, playing Skyrim. And that is located right here on the map. It's called Windstad Mine. So we are currently at Watch, which is a player-owned. Pretty much everybody with the special edition of the game and so forth is familiar with this location. You can immediately unlock it by doing a short quest at the very beginning of the game. Closest carriage point from Whiterun is going to be right over here to Morthal, and then just heading due east to get to Watch, and then we're just gonna track very quickly due north to Ustengrav, which will be one of the markers from the vanilla game, and then the mod Windstad Mine will be just north of there. So let's get going. So this mod is a mine that you can run. You can take it over and build it out. It'll generate income, or it will generate mining supplies and equipment. They did a nice job tying it into the lore of the Morthal region. When we get there, we'll find that bandits have taken over the mine. That's the abandoned shack over there. So we're coming up on the ruins. Oh, a mud crab. Okay. Anyone else? Giant mud crab. Not here for you guys. So anyway, the ruins in the vanilla game are going to have some bandits camped out. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them. Not very dangerous because they're bandits. There's a dead one from earlier. There's another one. It's one over here. Nah. Don't know where the other ones are. Kind of get blasted away when I shoot fireballs. So anyway, once you clear out the bandits, you're going to see the stockade around the mine. And the mine will not be finished like this. So you'll get here, you'll see the basic stockade that you need to enter through. And there'll be a little campsite, and then you'll have to come in and clear the mine. This is the completed mine. Didn't want to have to make you guys sit through me doing the whole quest, because it's just clearing some bandits out of a mine. It's not very difficult. And then this is what we're left with. So let's give you a little tour, starting down here by the water. This is the fishery. And we'll get to the part where you do all the actual upgrades. You can actually buy or catch fish out in the world and stock this fishery, and then you can collect them here. And there's a fisher woman who works here that you can hire as staff. Going back outside and over here to the left. This is the office. We'll get to that last on the outside part. Up here is my blacksmith's house. There is a blacksmith here, and the blacksmith is also a vendor. Nice and cozy. And it is daytime, and the NPCs can be pretty much anywhere. I believe that's one of my guards. So you come over here and you have a full smithing section, forge, workbench, tannery, grindstone, storage. And going up the hill here, It's just the eastern edge. There's the carriage gate and guardhouse. There's also a watchtower. It's a nice, just a little guarded area. The guards will patrol. There's like 2 daytime guards, 2 nighttime guards. This area has never been attacked. And of course, because I'm making a YouTube video, every one of you is going to be like, hey, what are you talking about? I get attacked all the time. So here's one of my guards just showing out. Keeping watch. Back down from the tower. Back outside. Back down the hill. So over here to the left is the cabin. This is what I would use as a player home. No NPCs are here. Got the nice fireplace dining area. Come down here. Bedroom area. Kids room. Storage, food. And like your own little hot tub area in your bedroom. And the storage in here is safe. So if you put stuff in the dresser or the end table, it'll stay, not disappear. So back outside, we're gonna head back down. Okay, so full circle again. There's the mine.
Divine smile on you, friend.
That's my steward for this facility. So heading in here is kind of the bunkhouse, the mead hall. After hours, you'll find the NPC players congregating. We have a musician and a barkeep.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. So here's our alchemy table. Going even further down. And I have never ever been down there. Alright, so these are the quarters. For my guards, these are the night shift guards. Now let's go take a look at the mine. So like I said, when you first get here, you'll come into the mine. And again, this is the finished mine. When you get here, there'll be like traps and noisemakers. There's my blacksmith.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die.
So we have another set of blacksmithing equipment in here. More storage. There are settings where the blacksmith will actually make things that you can collect. This is storage. So you can see silver, gold, gems. I have my settings so that we sell everything and I make money. But you can also set it so that you actually produce the materials and then they're stored. So these are the miners' quarters. This is something that you build. And come in here, this is the workbench. Like if you have used Golden Hills Plantation and build that out, this is the same thing. If I entered workbench mode, it would bring me to create an item, and I would be creating like the fishery or the various mines, because there's one mine that's already completed, and then there are other mines that you can build out later on once the property is staffed. You can either just pay straight up gold to have things produced, or you can procure equipment, materials, and it will be delivered here. So for example, glass, straw, logs, horns, etc. Place an order for these things and it would be delivered. And you can build stuff out, just as if you were building a player home. Coming down here,
It's so good to see you again.
so this is the mine.
May the gods watch over your
My
back.
miners, my forewoman. This is the forewoman's house. This is where the bandit captain will be. There'll be like a loot chest and some stuff in here, where the bandit captain or leader. And then coming into the sections of the mine, these are the sections that you need to clear out. Again, this is finished. So corundum, there's iron, different sections, and you see how it says low iron ore vein. If I were to go to mine this, it can be 3, 6, or 9, low, medium, or high. So for every mining, you'll see in the top left, 3 iron ore added. So if you wanted to be a little outrageous, you could have it be 9. So every time you did that, you would get 9 ingots or pieces of ore that you could make into ingots. This is another section of the mine. A couple more bandits in here. One out here in the hallway. And then this brings us back around
Azura's
to the beginning.
wisdom to you, friend.
So when you come out here, you notice we have some other doors. That leads to one of the other mine shafts. There are a couple of other mine shafts that you can build. And they will
And what might you need?
give you access to better ore, like ebony and gold and silver, ore when you build the mine out. So another nice feature is, let's say, we'll visit this section of the mine. This is mine shaft 2, the last one. The upgrades get progressively more expensive as you go. So here we are, more storage. Another workbench for you to build out the mine shaft once you've excavated it. So let's run down here and find some ore. Alright, so here we are in another section of the mine, and we have malachite in here. We have these carts around. If you don't like running around, you can go up to the cart, and you can say, okay, where do I want to go? Shaft 1, shaft 2, cart storage, main shaft, or outside. So let's go over to shaft 1. We'll go to the Moonstone Caverns.
Need something.
So here we are. And this would all be Moonstone, obviously. Let me activate my card again. I can show you Mineshaft 2 where we were. There's malachite, ebony, and gold. Now let's go outside. So you can fast travel around if you just want to grab a few things. You can work right in and out, which is a nice feature. Sometimes you don't want to be running all through the mines. So this last section, again, if I was not selling my ore, this would activate the storage here. We have a smelter. If you come in here, this is the office to the mine. There's an enchanter in here. And again, if you're having your blacksmith produce weapons and equipment, they will appear here at regular intervals. I'll go all the way to the back. This is the steward's area. And this is where you would come to hire staff, recruiting workers for the fishery, for guards, for the main mine shaft, and for shafts 1 and 2 once you do that. And this is where we have the settings. So I have it set to trade. So they sell all the materials that are produced. If I switch it to stockpile, then I will start to see in those storage areas, they'll start to pile up materials or they'll start to make goods. Let me exit out of here. And if you do trade, then you can come in here every day and come over to this locker and it produces income. So as you can see, I think that's 2 days worth. And I'm definitely not hurting for gold anymore at this point in the game. The mine does quite well. So you can be running around, doing your Skyrim adventures, running into walls like me, and come back here. It will prompt you in the game, the top left where it's at auto saving. You'll get a pop-up when you're out in the world. Windstad mine earnings available. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, the Windstad mine. There's one more thing that I'll mention because this part can be a little glitchy. When you first come here and you clear out the mines, you'll get a message prompt to find an individual and purchase the rights to the mine. And you get to purchase the mine for like 1,500 gold. And then of course you have to invest in upkeep or creating all of the stuff in the mine, all the buildings and hiring the workers and all that to reach this point. But let me show you that. You'll be prompted to find an NPC in Morthal. I believe it's like an East India Company representative. And that NPC is always going to be in the Jarl's Hall, High Moon Hall here.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near.
So now this NPC can be a little tricky. That's him right there.
If you've business with the Jarl, I'd ask that you speak to me first.
So this is the guy we want to talk to.
Need something?
He doesn't have any dialogue
I do what I can to
options.
see that Idgrud's time isn't wasted, and that she only has to deal with important matters.
Yes, thank you so much. Travis is the gentleman you want to talk to. He didn't have any dialogue options for us because I already bought the mine. But when you come here, that's my point, is he might be just chilling out here in the Jarl's bedroom. Sometimes he's like standing over here by the door, sitting on one of the benches. But if you come in here and you don't find him, go in the Jarl's bedroom.
Destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't
And that will get you set up to purchase the mine. So there it is, Windstad Mine, one of my favorite mods because it is summer 2025. And for those of us that are still playing Skyrim, I think we're all past vanilla, and modding is one of the great things available for Elder Scrolls Skyrim. It keeps the game fresh, adds new content, and this is one of my favorite pieces of content that I have loaded for every single playthrough. So thanks for stopping by. That'll wrap up this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the content, and we'll see you in the next one.